Hello there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome back to another pure PlayStation video review, and this time it's Demon's Tier Plus for PS4 and PS Vita. Demon's Tier Plus feels like that unexpected gift you receive on your birthday. It wasn't necessarily a present you've asked for, but somehow you're pleasantly surprised and you're enjoying it so much so that it's taking the spotlight away from your other gifts. This was my experience playing through Demon's Tier Plus, and it's honestly a beyond satisfying retro experience that I wasn't expecting at first glance. Demon's Tier Plus takes traditional dungeon crawling and makes you dash furiously throughout the underworld dungeon, battling demonic minions and such. Plus, Cowcat Games haven't just brought the twin-stick shooter to PS4, but also to the PS Vita, which is pretty neat that the little guy is still getting game releases here in 2020, the year of our Rona. The story starts from the backdrop of a corrupt and volatile king named Thosgar, whose wicked deeds have put humanity at the brink of chaos. I'm sure it will come as no surprise, quite often in these tales a hero emerges and eventually defeats the rogue king. Over 1,000 years have passed, and now a hole has emerged from the ground in a quaint village. The underground passage has different tiers within the dungeon. It's down to a group of heroes to quest onward through these Arcadia medieval walls and battle with Thosgar's demonic demons once again. There are 6 playable characters to start off with that have varying stats, with an additional 2 characters becoming available when progressing further into the game. These characters are displayed through animatic cutscenes alongside retro 16-bit pixel art, which gives you some old school JRPG vibes. Now, if I'm being honest, the story and the characters are not the most engaging element of this game. It's the addictive and quick thinking on your feet gameplay that draws you in. Your chosen hero will enter the hazardous pit and encounter a randomly generated dungeon with many demonic creatures prowling amongst the tier floors. Using the left stick to maneuver, you'll get through the dungeons whilst flicking weaponry at these demonic beings with the right analog stick. To progress onto the next floor of the dungeon, you'll be given a random mission to complete. These tasks can include defeating all demons lurking on that floor to opening every single chest. Simple enough, right? Well, you're only given 5 minutes to complete each task. It may sound like a lot, but honestly, it's not enough sometimes. However, during the beginning segments of the game, trust me, it really isn't enough to get everything done and avoid death. Literally, as when your 5 minutes are up, a Reaper will appear and chase you down to ensure your run is over. The game is fully aware of this trial and error cycle, as the item Magic Rope can help you escape a dungeon tier at any given point, even when the Reaper is nearby. Every time you enter a dungeon, your character will only start with their default stats. From here, you gain and find gold and D tokens. Gold collected through opening chests will help improve your stats during that run. However, if you leave that dungeon tier, your stats will turn back to normal once again. This is where collecting D tokens comes into play, as defeating demons will garner D tokens that can be used back at the village to exchange and purchase items, characters and weapons. This will in turn aid you to tackle those pesky tiers and adds a tactical level to the gameplay too. Inevitably, there's only one way that you can guarantee to get all the D tokens back with you to the village, by getting out alive. If you die, all the D tokens you're carrying will be lost. Brutal! Thankfully, next time you descend back into the dungeon, you'll have one opportunity to retrieve your goodies back. I never thought I'd be thankful for a game indoctrinating a Dark Souls mechanic, but here we are. After so many floors of the dungeon, you will get into a boss battle. Ironically, these boss battles are not as strenuous as the regular floors, more due to the fact that the boss battles have routines that you can learn to secure victory very quickly compared to the randomly generated floors. Perhaps in parallel to the rest of the game, the boss battles are a bit simplistic. After defeating every boss battle, you'll enter a new area of the dungeon tier that will have very distinctive themes ranging from fire pits of lava to environmental spiderweb infected chambers that can slow down your hero's pace. Throughout the entirety of the game, there are 3 tiers to crash down through, with each one having many floors to conquer. One of my favourite features of the game is the fact that you can play alongside someone in couch co-op. The fun of toing and froing, when is best to escape the tier, and how to allocate gold and D tokens led to an immersive experience whilst playing alongside someone else. It's certainly the best way to experience the game in my opinion. It really did take me back to the 16-bit era of shutting off the outside world and getting lost playing alongside a second player. The best part is that the trophy list is co-op friendly. If you play the game from beginning to end with your couch co-op companion, you should both achieve the platinum at the same time. It may be evident playing through Demon's Tier Plus that the game takes heavy inspiration from arcade classics such as Gauntlet, but by no means is it defined by it. Adventuring through different tiers of the dungeon floors, you get a real sense of progression each time from its addictive cycle loops. This may sound repetitive, especially as you go from zero to hero every single time. However, you become acquainted with the concept of starting each dungeon run with the default stats and you enjoy the challenge. Nevertheless, the game really excels in its two-player couch co-op, and when you put that together with the fact it's an incredibly reasonably priced game, this is a must-have for fans of the genre. And that brings us to the end of this review, and yes, you may have noticed, my throat is killing me. No, I haven't just grown up and dropped a pair, my throat is sore as hell, so this was challenging. But if you made it to the end, thank you very much. Here I go again, coughing. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon too, and you'll get a little ping whenever we've got new stuff for you to watch. And I hope you're doing really well, enjoy yourself, but keep washing your bloody hands, keep playing, and wear a bloody mask. It only makes you look better, at least for me it does anyway. I've got pretty eyes, and that's how I get by. Until next time, bye!